Paddy McGinty's goat. Now Patrick McGinty, an Irishman of note, fell in for a fortune and bought himself a goat. Says he, sure of goat's milk is going to have my fill. But when he brought a nanny home, he found it was a bill. All the young ladies who live in Killaloe, they're all wearing bustles like their mothers used to do. They each wear a bolster beneath their petticoats and leave the rest to Providence and Paddy McGinty's goat. Mrs. Burke to her daughter said, listen, Mary Jane, who was the lad you were cuddling in the lane? He'd long wiry whiskers and hair hanging from his chin. 'Twas only Paddy McGinty's goat, she answered with a grin, not making a good job of this, but still, a little bit of laughter. Then she went away from the village in disgrace. She came back with powder and paint upon her face. She'd rings on her fingers and she wore a sable coat. You bet your life she didn't get that from Paddy McGinty's goat. Now Nora McCarthy, the knot was going to tie. She washed all her trousseau and she hung it out to dry. Along came the goat and he saw the bits of white and chewed up all her folderols when her wedding night, never mind. Oh, turn out the light quick, so she shouted out to Pat. For though I'm your bride, sure I'm not worth looking at. I had two of everything I told you when I wrote, but now I've one of nothing, although Paddy McGinty's goat. Mickey Riley, he went to the races t'other day. He won $20 and he shouted, hip hooray! He held up the note shouting, look what they've got. The goat come up and grabbed it and swallowed up the lot. He's eaten me bank note, said Mickey with the hump. They ran for the doctors and they got a stomach pump. They pumped and they pumped for that $20 note, but all they got was 9pence out of Paddy McGinty's goat. Now old Paddy's goat was a wondrous appetite, and one day for breakfast he had some dynamite. A whole box of matches he swallowed all serene. Then he went out and swallowed up a quart of paraffin. He sat by the fireside, he didn't give a hang. He swallowed a spark and exploded with a bang. Bang. So if you go to heaven, you can bet a $1 note that the angel with the whiskers on is Paddy McGinty's goat. And I made a mess of that.